So today for our activity, we're going to follow a little bit what we did last week and continue with our different measurements. So this week we're going to make a rain gauge so that we can measure the amount of rain that we receive. Since it's spring, we should be getting rain. This is the time of year where we get a lot more rain. So let's go ahead and make a rain gauge so we can measure how much we receive. So let's see what we need for this activity. All right, explorers, so to make our rain gauge, we need, there's kind of two options that we're going to play with today. For one of the options, we will need some clear tape. We'll need a Sharpie, a ruler, and a clear glass container. You can use plastic containers, but you might have to either put rocks around it so that it doesn't fall with the wind. A glass one will stay up a little bit better. And you want to try to have a flat bottom like this one, and a very nice flat side like this that keeps it nice and straight. You'll get a better measurement that way, but any container that you feel you want to use will work good as well. So for the first option, we'll be using the Sharpie and our ruler. And what we're going to do is we're going to mark our centimeters on our jar. So you take your ruler. If you want, you can place it or keep it in place with a piece of tape, kind of like that. And then we're going to mark our centimeters on our bottle. So try to place it so that the zero is as close to the bottom as possible. Okay? And then from there, we're going to make a mark on every centimeter. You can also do half centimeters, and you can ask an adult to help you with this part if you like as well. So I'm going to go ahead and mark every centimeter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to go up to 10. And then you can also write afterwards all of the numbers beside the little lines that you've made. All right. So now we're going to take our tape off. Yep. There we go. I'm going to put that back there so it doesn't fly away. And now I'm going to write my numbers. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10. And I'm just going to write here that I did centimeters so that I don't forget. Don't know if you guys can see. Okay. So be careful though when using a Sharpie because it does stain. So we don't want to get any of it on our clothes, and we have to ask a parent if we can use one before starting. So the second option that you can also do is by using your clear tape. I cut a little small piece about that big. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape my ruler in the inside of my bottle. So what I do is I take my tape, put it on my ruler, nice and flat, and then put it inside the bottle, which can be a bit tricky with the tape. You might have to put it lower. And then we're going to press our ruler to the back, stick our hand in, and put the tape down so it's nice and snug. And then that can also be your rain gauge. And as the water fills up, you can look at it this way and measure how much water you have. So that is our two options for our rain gauge, whether you write it on the jar or put your ruler inside. Mine is kind of nice because it's a nice waterproof one, but if you don't have a waterproof one at home, you can also write it on the side. It does the same thing. All right, explorers, so now we're ready to go and place our rain gauge outside in our yard. So what you want to do is place the rain gauge away from your house, your garage, any trees, so that we don't get a misreading of our rain gauge by getting water off of these other places. So we want to place it in an open space in our yard. And like I said, if you feel like your jar is going to fall over, it'd be best to maybe, if you have an area where you can kind of dig a little bit of a hole, ask your parents first before digging in the lawn, so that it could be a little bit in the earth, and then it'll make it a little bit more stable so it doesn't fall. If you have a glass jar like this one, it should be okay, but check on it, every day to be sure that it's still standing. So we're just going to place it on the ground like that and wait for it to rain. So we'll see how much rain we accumulate as we get rain over maybe the next few days, next few weeks. So have fun, explorers. I hope that you guys had fun making, that you do have fun making your rain gauges, and send me pictures of your creations, of your different rain gauges that you made. I'd love to see what you guys make. And otherwise, have fun, and we'll check in on our rain gauges maybe in a couple weeks together. All right, have a great day, explorers. Bye.